Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's a little bag with stamped image on the front and the back with my Sentimental Swirls $1 Million Achiever stamp set. So I want to show you how to make it, but I'm going to do slightly different. So this is white with Memento ink and then blends to colour. So I just wanted to do something very slightly different. I kind of wanted to strip my crafting back to basics where you just need ink and paper and stamps. So very slightly different. So I'm using crumb cake for this one, and the reason I say that is that just not everybody has everything. Some of us have lots of stuff, some of us don't have very much. Space might be an issue, that's why you don't have very much. You might be a new crafter, so I decided to strip it back. Okay, so I've got a piece of crumb cake that's 8 by 11 inches, which is 20 by 29 centimeters, and on the long side score it at 3.5 inches, 5 1/4, 8 3/4 of an inch, and 10.5 inches, which in metric is 9, 13.5, 22.5, and 27. And then turn it to one side and score it at 1 3/4, which is 4.5 centimeters. And the finished size, it's 3.5 inches that way, 1 3/4 that way, and 6 1/4 to there, which in metric is 9, 4.5, 15.5. And I recently, again, somebody commented and said, you need to put your instructions, your measurements on the screen, because, if you make an error, I make an error. And you know what, errors do happen. Sometimes I make mistakes, but I do write all of the instructions in my blog. So click open the description bar and they're there. And the reason I don't put them on the screen is because all of the instructions would be at this point and you wouldn't be able to see what I was doing, because I work in imperial and metric and I share both, and they just don't take up, they take up too much space on the screens. Like I say, they would be here. How long do I leave them for? And also, if I do make a typo in my measurements, which I did, if they're on my blog, I can change that easily. If they're on here on YouTube, can't change it. So yeah, and I do make a typo now and again. It happens, and it's not done deliberately or maliciously or anything like that, but that is the reason why I don't put the instructions on the screen. You just wouldn't see anything. Okay, so I've burnished everything and I've got this thin strip here, so I'm just mitering a tiny bit there and there, and I'm going to cut straight on those parts. Okay, so that's the essence of the box with a rogue dimensional back. So what I want to use now is I'm going to get my stays on, and I'm going to get my stamp, and I'm going to get my big block and get out my swirl, and I'm just going to let it relax a little bit. And I'm going to get my little bird and my butterfly. Oops, my butterfly. So that's just relaxed, which means I can pick that up. Get a couple of blocks for these. Pick up the bird, pick up the butterfly. And with my stays on, I'm going to position on, this is going to be the front because that's my seam that's going to match that one. So I'm just looking through, and I'm going to put that on there towards the bottom. Oh, I talked too much and it dried out a little. Oops, oh well. I'll go faster on this one. And another one on the back. Okay, and then my little bird, because you can see through, I can position him, her at the bottom. And I'm going to have a trio of butterflies. Okay, so I've not gone too far up because I want to be able to put ribbon at the top. Let's get that on. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to get my chalk marker, which, oh there it is, it's hiding. It's hiding out of the way over here. And so with a chalk marker, if I go on the inside, you get this lovely crisp white. So I'm going to have white butterflies this time round. Or are we? No, we're going to have white butterflies that they're going to colour with something else. So little white butterflies would colour all of those. I have to say I do like the black and white on the brown. It's rather lovely, quite elegant. So there's my three butterflies, and then I'm going to colour my bird. And the chalk marker will colour over black, so be careful to not blind your bird. Make sure you can still see his eye. Okay, so that's done. And then I'm going to get my watercolour pencils and a blender brush, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of colour. So this is Gorgeous Grape, so I'm going to come to the end of my pencil and just pick up a colour. Oh, that's a bit dirty. Oh, let's give that a clean. There you go, I'm just scribbling that off. So pick up a bit of colour from the end of my pencil. Look, it's not focusing on me at all. But I'm going to do that and then use it to colour over my butterfly like that. And it's just by, oh, it's going to focus on, look, it's focusing on that tiny little bird that you can barely see. There we go. So I'm just literally taking the tip and then come over and colour over. Now I could lay the pencil down on there. I'm not. I'm scribbling off technically on my measurements. To clean off the brush, and let's pick another colour. We'll have a red. Why not? What colour is this one? Cherry Cobbler. So again, I'm just picking up colour off the tip of the pencil and going over the top. And then final colour, I'm going to go with a green because I can. Granny Apple Green. Really hope my husband answers the door. Ooh, that's quite yellowy. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a courier just turned up. Husband's in the garage. Do you think he's going to answer the door, or is he going to ding the doorbell? Don't know. Okay, and then let me see. I don't know if I can do this. So on my original one, I did a little bluebird, a little blue tit. I don't know if I'm going to get the same again, but well, I'll have a bash. So I'm going to pick up some yellow and just go on his belly. Oh, he did. Oh, he got there. And then some blue. Whoops. Which blue shall I go with? Pacific Point or... No, not Night of Navy. Balmy. No, not that one either, because that's broken. What did I do with that Pacific Point? There it is. Just again, pick up a little bit of colour. And I'm going to start at the top to bring it down so that I can blend. Oh, that's quite zingy and vibrant, isn't it? So I've cleaned all of that off, moved that lot out of the way, and then I can start putting the bag together. So I'm going to use tear and tape because it's my favourite. Run it along there. Peel off the backing, fold it over and press it down, and then this is the back, so I'm going to send the back in and then the two sides. So I'm just going to grab a squodge of liquid glue, little squodge there and a bit there, and a little bit on that bit that's going to be the front. Close it all up, and I'm going to put my hand in. That's how big this box is. Look, hang on. That's my wrist. Big old box. And then very gently, and I probably could have done with, you know, putting score lines in, but I didn't. So I'm just going to very gently push at the top and let the sides form down to where they want to go. I'm going to grab the same ribbon I used before. It's the glittered organdy ribbon. And I'm going to go round once and then round a second time, and then I know it's not popping open. I'll do my best to tie a bow. I shall try. It's anybody's guess if that's going to be an upright bow or not. It's not too bad a bow, so trim off the ends. And then just to finish off, the matte black dots, which I love these things. And I'm going to take some of the smaller ones and just scatter them wherever takes my fancy. A little bit of glitter off there. And that is the same but different, and I love it. So yeah, definitely need to push those sides in to get that a slightly better look. But yeah, it's the same but different, and I like it, and it's just simplistic. It's stamps, cardstock, and colouring medium of your choice. Very simple. Hope you like it. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you soon. Bye.